Hello, everyone. This is Felicia Bender, the practical numerologist, with your numerology forecast for the sixth personal year for May. So, just real quick, if you are new to numerology and you are not sure what your personal year might be, please stop for just a second. Either go to feliciabender.com, click on monthly forecast. There is a calculator there for your personal year. Or you can go to the description box below where there's a very quick manual calculation for you there. Super easy to do. We just want to make sure that you are listening to the correct forecast because it's based on your personal year number, not on your life path number. So, those are two entirely different things in numerology. So, we want to make sure you are at the right place at the right time, listening to the correct forecast. So, all right, with that said, we are going to dive right in and see what is going on in May if you are in a sixth personal year. Uh, the month is a master number month for you. It's master number 11. So the sixth personal year is what you are working with all year long. It is the theme to your party for the entire year. Now, each month we get a point of destination. We get to numerologically, we get to stop off at different places and we have different things to learn, different experiences to have, and different things that we're doing, which we could understand by the number that the month is carrying with it. So for you, this is an 11, and this is the month to place special emphasis on. How do I want to even put this? On these myriad layers of your relationship life from the inside out. So, as we work into this, we're going to go and circle back and offer a reminder about the key elements or the themes that you are working with all year long during your sixth personal year. Because I do like to describe the personal years as knowing the theme to your party. It's so much more fun. And it makes so much more sense because it's pretty valuable to know, even if you just think about it. If you showed up at some party and you had to stay there for an entire year, 12 months, wouldn't you want to know what that party was going to be all about? Literally, that you had to be there for an entire, you couldn't escape for an entire year. So most certainly you would want to know if it's what, a baby shower, maybe it's a birthday party, maybe it's a bachelor or bachelorette party. It could be a memorial service, very different vibe, right? Or a drinking party with charades. All I'm saying is, whatever it is, you don't want to show up at the wrong party in the wrong outfit for an entire year. And that can happen when we just think things are kind of same old, right? But they aren't. So in numerology, um, that's what I love about it, is that it can give us these guideposts and let us know what it is that we're working with so that we can really lean into it, optimize that. So for you in your sixth personal year, the basic key themes are, they're much more, and yet we're going to condense it here. So it's all about increased levels of responsibility. This can just come with, you're being asked to do a few more things with friends and family, or maybe there's an urgency or an emergency. Maybe somebody has a health concern, or a parent needs to be, you know, um, put into a different level of care, or maybe there's a child born or a graduation. These sorts of things within the family can, excuse me, come up during a sixth personal year as these different levels of responsibility. There's also increased emphasis on your relationship life, right? The six is the domestic number, home, family, duty, responsibility, all of those things. It's a time where you're being called to be supportive of other people, or with other people and for other people. It also starts at ground zero. It starts with you. And with your relationship with you, because after last year, which are a lot of changes going on, now you're landing in your sixth personal year and you're going, well, who am I now? Right? What am I doing? Where am I at this point in my life? And how do I move into also extending myself outward to be a support and help for other people. And yet it starts with me, right? So that is kind of the trajectory of the entire year. This also, the whole year offers an overall focus on home and all of the things that point to home, whether that's where you feel at home, your family dynamics, your marriage, the home itself, whether you want to remodel, move. Those sorts of things can also come into play during a six personal year. So you're really home, family, all those dynamics. You're offered opportunities to investigate where you feel at home and how you relate. Okay, it's all about relating. And in numerology circles, the six is known as the marriage and divorce number. So don't let that scare you, please. It's just a matter of it's up leveling your relationship dynamics, really making them clear, really making them better, more in alignment with who you are now. Or it's looking at them and going, this is just not shaken out anymore, and we need to regroup and reconfigure, or release from some relationships. It can be both, but relationships are the key theme and the key feature. So remember that first and foremost, the sixth personal year invites you to relate to um, engage, like I said, with your relationship with yourself in a very different way. It's often a year where we get what a bird's eye view of our own dysfunctional relationship patterns so that we can make some course correctives, right? Let's just be real. Sometimes it's a time where we're like, wow, what am I doing there? And how's that working for me? It's not working very well. So, how can I adjust? How can I learn more about how to do this better, about how to correct this, and how to really up level my way of relating with people overall and within intimate, family relationships. So what I do love about numerology is that it offers us the key elements that are always in play, that are supporting us and offering us these opportunities. So while when we know these themes, know the energies, then we can focus and use them intentionally to our benefit. So we can either use the energy or the energy can use us, right? And that's the point of not having so much. This is funny to call it even a forecast, because it's not forecasting anything as much as it is just offering, revealing to you what's going to be there for you to use and to experience. So the energy of the month supports you in yet more engagement with family and friends. Just if you thought you couldn't get any more, it is. It's your sixth year, baby. So just you're in it to win it. So these upper levels or more intense engagements with family or friends or both, especially are going to come to a peak during the weeks of May 6th or the 16th. So you're going to be called upon to tap into that sensitive side, that more supportive side, the caretaking side, the nurturing side of yourself. And you may even find yourself in situations calling for more of your reserve, more of your diplomacy, a little bit of the cooperation that you might need to move things through, rather than be judgy or what a fixer. It's more about listening right now. So in a sixth personal year, you're being encouraged to nurture without judgment. That's a hard one. No one's perfect at it, right? It's a natural human tendency, and yet it calls this up to be massaged in some ways, and it's asking you to open yourself to hold space for yourself and for others without fixing, without having without having an answer, right? And so, what does that really mean to hold space? I always find that people talk about that and yet don't really define it or describe it. And I found a really, what I consider to be a really nice definition of holding space. The Nourish Your Soul movement posted this definition, and I'll quote it here or share it here. from them. And this is the quote. Uh, what does it mean to hold space for someone else? It means that we are willing to walk alongside another person in whatever journey they're on without judging them, making them feel inadequate, trying to fix them, or trying to impact the outcome. Oof, that's a hard one. Let me read that one again. Seriously, because this one kind of hit me hard when I read it. It means that we are willing to walk alongside another person in whatever journey they're on without judging them, making them feel inadequate, trying to fix them, or trying to impact the outcome. When we hold space for other people, we open our hearts, offer unconditional support, and let go of judgment and control. Doesn't even sound easy. I was going to say, sounds easy. It doesn't even sound easy. And yet it sounds like what all of us are longing for, right? It's what all of us want when we're going through a difficult time, when we're struggling, when we're, grappling with something. We simply want to be heard. We simply want to be allowed some space to get it out and process it outside of us so that we can then begin to integrate it in whatever way we can, and not have the answers before we even begin, right? So, with that in mind, in May, you will be pulled towards some family and relationship matters that will need your attention. And if you could provide that kind of holding space for someone, you get a gold star. You get, oh no, you get 5 gold stars. You get something really good for that. You get karma points, good karma points. I'm being kind of silly, but seriously, you do. So be prepared to support a friend or a family member needing your help right now. So you'll be working with this heightened sense of responsibility this year to begin with. And this month, you're going to feel it pretty intensely. Okay. Perhaps this unfolds as a requirement that you actually stand up for yourself or state a clear boundary that you've been struggling to move forward with. That's one of the things that happens in that 6th personal year as well. Identifying boundaries, being able to allow other people to have theirs as well. So the illuminating Master 11 that infiltrates your month is going to offer a spark of energy for you to move that needle finally. Close friends could very well ask for assistance with maybe legal, maybe financial matters around May 22nd, or potentially seek you out as a friendly shoulder to lean on or maybe even cry on, right? This could also show up as a legal or financial matter that you are personally experiencing and for which you need some special assistance or support. Okay, so don't ask, you don't get. So you got to get out there and make sure that you get the support you need right now as well. So perhaps you are the rock of Gibraltar for everyone else, and you are ready to collapse under that pressure. So, if that is the case, your mandate for the month is to stop, ask yourself what your heart and soul is telling you, slow down, listen, feel it. The energy of the 11 in this month is really a time to listen to the subtleties, to slow down enough, and to be a channel for your higher voice, right? Your higher self. So this is a year where the call of duty and service is front and center. And this month brings you opportunities to really be there for someone, or maybe even more than one person who needs extra help and support right now. So take the additional time, that extra energy to extend yourself throughout the month. Whatever support and understanding you can give now will really, really be appreciated and repaid in the future. Not only will May be a very emotionally sensitive time for you, so kind of haul out the Kleenex box, keep it at arm's length, right? It's also a great time to dig into some kind of personal development or spiritual study that speaks to you, that's been calling for you. This is a good month to take action around that. Given that it is your relationship centered 6th personal year, May might be the perfect time to spiff up your emotional intelligence. So, what is your love language? You could haul out that book or go to Five Love Languages website. I know that they have a test there that you can do online, which is a really fun and enlightening thing to do. It really is a time to take the quiz and really work at understanding your own love language and the language that your other, that your significant other responds to if you haven't done that before. Sometimes even when we've done it before, it's good to do it again and remind ourselves of that. So how do you show up in relationships is something that is top top tier of your year, of your entire year. And I would also suggest to take a look at the Gottman Institute. I think it's Gottman.com. I should have written that down before I did this, but the Gottman Institute, you could search that, and they have a wonderful website with all kinds of relationship tools that we all should have been taught a long time ago. And so those are good relationship tools if this is something that you're really wanting to take seriously and you know that you need to do something different than you have been doing. So then, if you add the intensity of that Master 11 to the month of May, you can expect some emotional intensity to show up. I got to tell you, the 11 is that spiritual messenger. It always is a doorway. It even represents that doorway, that opening, right? The 11. It's that doorway of aha moments. If we can, again, slow down, have the patience, and open up and get our egos out of the way, is what it's always asking us to do as well. May offers you unexpected diversions, if not downright frustration. So, on or about May 4th, you can expect to experience a few little roadblocks, but don't be detoured, right? Just breathe through it, keep at it. Understand that these delays are actually moving the timing of your project or this activity to a more optimal framework. So, this allows for a better eventual outcome, yet you usually can't see that yet. This could be anything. This could be a real estate contract. You know, maybe it gets moved, or this could be an interview for a job or an audition that gets moved around, or anything. It could just be any kind of delay that you're like, oh, I'm so frustrated. And then understand that it actually is going to be a better outcome because of that, because of the delay. So perhaps all really all you see is that you're running into a wall, boom, 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 constantly, and the delays are driving you crazy. So despite the tempest brewing on the other realms, look inward for that real information. The Master 11 is always asking you to go inward and trust that, right? The ultimate validation comes with how you feel rather than what might be placed in front of you as kind of logical or pragmatic or practical, right? The 11 isn't the most practical energy in numerology. It's more about allowing yourself to open for ideas, innovations, inventive things. So allow yourself to do that this month. The key elements for the month of May reside in truly feeling out your place in your own world. Do you feel at home in your own house, in your body, in your job or career? Do you place yourself and your needs in proper balance and harmony with your other duties and responsibilities? So it's a little bit of a seesaw, right? The energy of the 11 can feel edgy. It can feel anxious. So make sure to prioritize some self-care in May. Take those walks, please. Carve out time to meditate. Dive into a creative project, anything to move the energy around and through you. Overall, the emphasis is on all of these layers of your relationship life from the inside out. And if you're working on a creative project, sidebar here, that's in any way related to counseling, serving the needs of children or the elderly, or any other project with a focus on service and nurturing, this really is your time to focus and get it out there, okay? May is a great time for that. So that is your forecast for May. And if you are numerology curious, come on over to FeliciaBender.com. Got all kinds of free resources there, life path information. I do offer private readings, corporate team building, anything a lot of courses. I do have a certification course as well if you're interested in numerology and would like to take that to the next level, integrate it into the work that you do. So, with that said, I am really happy to have you here, and I'm looking forward to meeting with you at the end of the month to see what June has in store for you.